Welcome to Gospel Music USA, bringing you the best in Southern gospel music from coast to coast. Now here are your hosts of Gospel Music USA, Danny Jones, Karen Peck-Gooch, and Mike LeFevre.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Gospel Music USA, your home on the television for great Southern gospel music. My name is Danny Jones and I'm with the Singing News Magazine.
I'm Karen Peck-Gooch with Karen Peck and New River.
And I'm Mike LeFevre with the LeFevre Quartet. And guess what?
What?
We have some great music
yes,
today.
We do, and they're some of our favorites.
Yes. That was the most excited I've seen you in years.
You said, could you pep it up a little?
That was good.
All right, these guys that are coming to sing for us right now, they've been around since 1964, or rather the group has been around since 1964, and very rarely do you have a group that maintains their sound from day one to right now. This group has done exactly that. Ladies and gentlemen, would you say hello to the Inspirations Quartet?
When I'd see the saints of God lift their voice and make the rafters ring. And I thought it so peculiar, but now all has changed because I'm born again, forgiven and redeemed. Oh, I found out what all the shouting's about the day I prayed and asked the Lord to save my soul. That's what He did, and I have never had a doubt that I am on a journey to my heavenly home. I've learned the and people praise His dear name. He gives me life so abundant that I cannot contain. Yes, I found out what all the shouting's about when Jesus saved my soul. I can't help but proclaim it, just can't keep it to myself. What a joy to know I'm justified. And now I have joined the chorus and forevermore will tell who made the promise of salvation mine. Oh, I found out what all the shouting's about the day I prayed and asked the Lord to save my soul. That's what He did, and I have never had a doubt that I am on a journey to my heavenly home. I've learned the and people praise His dear name. He gives me life so abundant that I cannot contain. Yes, I found out what all the shouting's about when Jesus saved my soul. Oh, I found out what all the shouting's about when Jesus saved my soul.
Well, the Inspirations are proud to be back here on this great program once again. And here's a great song. The old preacher man's going to sing it once again. Eddie Dietz is going to come around here and sing this. I know Him and He knows me.
I know Him, He knows me. When my burdens are so heavy, He rescues me. When I fall down on my knees, He takes me higher than the trees. I know Him, He knows me. Once I was a sinner, I had no peace within. Then Jesus knocked on my heart's door, and I invited Him in. He saved my life completely, and He gave me victory. I know Him, He knows me. I know Him, He knows me. When my burdens are so heavy, He rescues me. When I fall down on my knees, He takes me high He knows me. When the book of life is open and the Lord looks down the road, there'll be some there on that day. He will say, I don't know. But when he calls my name on that day, he will turn to me and say, I know him. He knows me. I know him. He knows me. When my burdens are so heavy, he rescues me. When I fall down on my knees, he takes me higher than the trees. I know him. I know him. He knows me. When I fall down on my knees, he takes me higher than the trees. I know him. I know him. He knows me.
Welcome back to Gospel Music USA. Our guest today, the Inspirations, and Mike, sitting with us are the three quiet members of the Inspirations. We got Marlon Schubert, Eddie Dietz, and Luke Vaught. Guys, we're so glad that you are with us today. Thank you for being a part of our program. And, you know, we were talking a few moments ago about the crazy travel schedule that you and I and Karen maintain right now. But we found out it was nothing compared to what these guys did back in the late 60s.
We have decided that some things never change.
That's right, but they took it to an extreme back then. Marlon, tell us about what the travel schedule, the Inspirations was, say, in the early 70s.
Well, yesterday, a lady from Dahlonega that's a big supporter of ours brought us an old newsletter from the early 70s and all. And one of the weekends was Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday, Dallas, Texas on Friday, and then Missouri on Saturday. And so that was the 3-day weekend.
Right. And you know, when you start factoring in things like in those days of the Gospel Singing Jubilee tapings, recordings, other TV appearances, stuff like that, it was nothing for the Inspirations to be on the road literally 6 days a week, if not more sometimes, you know. Right. And so how long did that schedule last? I mean, I know at some point back in the 80s, maybe it slowed down a little bit.
Probably in the early 80s, it slowed down some. Right. I can remember one time we were in Portland, Oregon on December the 19th, and then had to go home and try to get home for Christmas. Got home like the 23rd of December.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
So did y'all take off on Sundays a good bit then, or?
No, that
we
was
sang a lot of Sundays at that time. A lot of Sundays at that time. Yeah. Now we don't. Now we do Friday and Saturday, or Thursday, Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Yeah. That's much more maintainable.
Yep, sure is.
That doesn't hurt as bad that way on Monday.
That's why our hair's white.
I hear you. Now, Luke, what is it like traveling on a bus these days with two men who were literally cornerstone foundation pieces of one of gospel music's most legendary groups?
Well, they built what I've been in for the past few years, so it's kind of the same. It's kind of like I'd already been with them in a way. But you know how much I love history and stuff, and I get to ask them questions and talk about things they used to do and that sort of thing, and just learn from them.
Do you ever look at him and say, I wish you would shut up or quit asking questions?
Well, the truth of the matter is, to be honest with you, Luke knows more about our group, and more about our songs, and who wrote them, and when they were written, and how we sung them, and the chord patterns, and the inversions and all those things we do. He knows more about that than we do.
You know, Archie was saying earlier, you just think of any inspiration song, just pull one out of your head. He could tell you what album it was on, who wrote it, you know, what number it was on what side, A or B.
You did that to me last time we were on the TV, and you stumped me.
Oh, I did? All right, well, let's try it again.
Rocked on the Deep.
It's on Old Time Singing, I believe, or Wake Up in Glory. One of the two. It's one he was on.
It's in the Wake Up in Glory.
But you know what? I love that, though. The younger people see, when I'm sitting here looking at y'all, and that we took the Singing at Sea recently. We were with Inspiration on Singing at Sea, and we had stopped, I think, in Key West, Florida, and I saw you at a restaurant, and I was sitting there thinking, and I saw you getting on the elevator, and I was sitting there thinking, I hope all these younger people that are coming along, if they could hear that 1976 recording, or I hope they realize what a legacy that y'all have left and maintained. And so when I see somebody young that appreciates that, it really encourages me.
Yeah, it does me too. But it's all the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
The Lord is the one that orchestrated everything about the Inspirations. And our group would never have gotten out of the mountains if it hadn't been for God and His leadership, His anointing, just like with your group. And the Lord does it.
Absolutely.
It's
But
a blessing.
he used some wonderful, wonderful people to do that.
Thank you. We feel the same way about you, Mike, and
Well,
your group.
thank you so much.
You know, the Inspirations literally put Bryson City, North Carolina on the map.
Yeah.
Made it a household name, a tourist destination, a vacation hangout. Even today, all these years later, you say Bryson City, you automatically think of the Inspirations, or vice versa.
And the park, the Singing on the Mountain.
That's
and
right.
all that.
So, you know, what does the next 50 years hold for the Inspirations?
We've got a good foundation
Some younger
beginning there
singers, I
with these
guess.
young ones that we've got, you know.
Well, of course, you guys have kept up with the latest trend in publicity and things like that, social media. How do we find the Inspirations in the world of internet?
The website is theinspirationsquartet.com, and then we've got a Facebook page. And Roland normally does the Facebook page, and he'll put pictures and things up. But those are the two main ones where we put our schedule.
Okay, I got to ask this. Do y'all have Facebook pages?
Marlon does.
Marlon?
Yeah.
I've got they say I have a page. I looked it up one day, and my name's there with a blank image of a person.
Maybe you ought to
there's
put
no
a picture on.
profile. I said, who put that up? I didn't. I don't even know how to do that.
It's always the baritone. Always the baritone in every group. All right, folks, we're coming back to visit more with the Inspirations in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. They've got several more songs they're going to do for you right here on Gospel Music USA.
If you're just joining us, you're watching Gospel Music USA, and today our guests are the fabulous Inspirations, and here they are to sing right now.
My faith has been tried through the furnace of life. I wasn't alone. God was there all the time. He turned sleepless nights into sweet rest. I'll always be grateful. I am so blessed. God's given so much. He's more than enough. Supplies all my need from His storehouse of love. He brought me this far. I must confess, the best is in store. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. How could I complain? God has been true through sunshine and rain. He gave me life when I deserved death. I could never repay Him. I am so blessed. I see the Lord, the one I adore, before his great throne. I'll bring my reward in a body redeemed among heaven's guests. I'll cry, holy, holy. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. How could I complain? God has been true through sunshine and rain. He gave me life when I deserved it. I could never repay him. I am so blessed. He gave me life when I deserved it. I could never repay him. I am so blessed. Amen. We are so blessed, and one of those great blessings is the fact we're born in the greatest country in all the world. Glad to be an American and proud to be a saved American. This next song is a great song, but it's also a challenge. It simply says, we are Christians and we are not ashamed.
What a blessed country, our America. In all the world, it is the best by far. We proudly cross our hearts and pledge allegiance. We say that we're a nation under God. The winds of change have brought a strong delusion. Christians have been silent for too long. So now more than ever, the time is now or never to lift our voices loud and strong. We are Christians, we are not ashamed, marching neath the banner of his name. We will not be silent, boldly we proclaim, we are Christians, we are not ashamed. It's not about the left, it's not about the right. It's not about a man or what he claims. No matter how we try to spin the issues, listen right here. Sin is sin, and that will never change. So all across this country, we must lift our voice and proudly stand for what we believe. From every mountain sing it, let the anthems ring it. We are God's redeemed. We are Christians,
thought some wonderful morning just to hear Gabriel's trumpet sound. When I wake up to sleep no more, rising to meet our blessed Redeemer with a glad shout I'll leave the crowd. When I wake up to sleep no more, when I wake up, some bright morning, sleep no more, Jews adoring, happy I'll be over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more, glory to God, I'll have a new body, changed in the twinkling of an eye. When I wake up to sleep no more, leaving behind all trouble and sorrow, bound for that city up on high. When I wake up to sleep no more, when I wake up, some black morning, sleep no more, Jew was adoring, happy I'll be over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more, yes I wake some black morning, sleep no more, Jew was adoring, happy I'll be over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no, to sleep no.
I can remember that years ago. I mean, that's one of your signature songs.
Yes.
I mean, do you still have people
73
everywhere you go, and everywhere you go, you've got to sing that song?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Still get requests for it after
Yeah.
all these years,
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
In every concert, somebody will, if we don't sing that one, they'll request it.
they'll get
I
on us.
love it. I know all of the listeners at home are enjoying this so much. And you know, one thing that I'll say that I appreciate so much about y'all is not only are you great singers, but you're great preachers. So, you know, here you have pastored a church, and I know I'll say Pastor Eddie. You pastored a church for many years, didn't you?
31 years.
31 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, what a blessing
Amen.
it is. And I know y'all get on that bus and you've got so many great stories that you sit around and tell and such great memories.
Archie's got so many stories he sits around and tells.
That's good. And
We
you,
just listen.
I'm the only one that can remember, Karen.
well, I will tell you this. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I can tell you what I did 30 years
Yeah, I
ago.
can
So
too.
I hope that's normal.
Yeah, we've got to the place where they can tell the same story over and over again. It's just like it's brand new all over again.
That is so good. Tell us your website right quick. Y'all, you've got to get their new album and get all of their stuff. You will enjoy it so much.
Yeah, it's theinspirationsquartet.com. Look us up.
Yes, thank y'all for being on the show today. This is one of my favorite shows, and that song blessed me, and we're going to be blessed again by another song. Here are the Inspirations.
There was a man whose name was Jesus, walked the shore of Galilee. He healed the sick and calmed the waters, made the blinded eyes to see. He raised the dead and cleansed the leper, had the power to set them free. But best of all, he went to Calvary, bled and died for you and me.
I wanna
Walk like Jesus,
I wanna
talk like Jesus, I wanna be just like my Lord.
I wanna
Help my neighbor,
fellow man.
for him labor.
I want
to spread His holy word. I want to sing
shout.
to Him above. I want to tell the world about His love.
I wanna
Walk like Jesus, talk like Jesus,